In the book of Mysteries, the teacher comes to the disciple and asks him, what is a year?
What do you think a year is?
Well, it's 365 days.
Well, in the holy language of the scriptures, it's more than 365 days.
In Hebrew, it's called the Shannah. Try it, Shannah. You hear the word in words like Rosh Hashanah, the New Year, or L'Shana Tova, Happy New Year. Shannah is what Messiah, Jesus, would say for a year. But there's a secret in that word. See, Shannah is actually strangely linked to the number 2. Why? Well, Shannah can mean the second, or the duplicate, or the repeating. Why is that? Why is a year called a repeating? Well, in the course of nature, the year is a repeating of what has already been. The winter, the spring, the summer, the fall, the blossoming of flowers, the withering away, the rebirth of nature and its dying. It's the same progression, year after year after year. It is what has already been. So a year is called the Shannah from number 2, the repetition. So now you have time ahead of you. And what kind of year are you going to see? What's going to happen? What does the future hold? Well, the nature of nature is to repeat. That's why the Shannah is called the Shannah. Just as we tend to live by nature as creatures of habit. The more you live by the natural, the more you do what was already done before. We gravitate to doing. We have habits. We keep on repeating the same routines, the same courses, the same sins, all these things, the same things we keep on doing even when we don't want to do it. And so if you live by the natural, then this Shannah, this year ahead of you, will be a year of repeating. And even if you don't want it to be, that's the way it goes. So, because that's the way we tend to be. It would look like we don't have much of a choice, that it's going to be the same and you're going to be in the same sins and the same thing, but you do have a choice. You see, the mystery is in Hebrew, the word Shannah has a double meaning. It doesn't just mean the repeat. Listen, it also means the change or the changing, the new thing, the different thing. How can the same word mean the opposite? Well, the same way that this year ahead of you, the time you have, could be 2 things. See, the way of the world is that it's going to repeat, but the way of God is that it will become something new. You can change, because Shannah also means something new. You see, you can't know God and not be changed. The more you know God, the more you will be changed. God's the one who says, I will make all things new. From God comes the power of newness. That's why it's called the new covenant. That's why it says we will be a new creation. It's all new. Newness comes from God. Behold, I am making all things new. His will for you is that this time ahead of you, this year ahead of you, this Shannah will not be a time of doing the same thing, of repetition. It'll be a time of change, of new beginnings, of new steps, of breaking out of the old, breaking out of the routine. You don't have to be stuck in that sin or that rut or that habit anymore. You don't if you have the power of Messiah. If you want to experience a year of new things, you have to choose not to live in repetition, in the natural, but live in the newness of the supernatural. Choose to walk not in your will, but in the will of Him who is beyond the natural and beyond all that is old. He who makes all things new in creation will also make all things new in your life. Open up your life to newness, and you'll walk in the newness of life. And your Shannah will not be a repeat. It will be a year of new blessings from God. God has come to make us whole, to heal us physically, emotionally, heal you spiritually.